Hey, this is Borns, and you are watching AMBY.
Hey folks, it's Alicia from AMBY. I'd like to welcome you to our interview with Borns. How are ya?
Hey, I'm doing really well.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you very much for your time. We actually featured 10,000 Emerald Pools last November, your debut single, as soon as it came out. So
Oh, wow.
a year back, so we're so stoked we could finally make this happen. We've been waiting for a really long time.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been exactly a year and a day.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. You know that. You just said that.
I did just say that.
You're on top of it.
Yes. So of course, since that day, we have been waiting for a debut record. Now the debut is out. We are loving it. So we have to, of course, discuss Dopamine.
Let's discuss it.
Let's discuss it. So my favorite part about the record is probably the lush harmonies that are just shown throughout it. So I was curious, for yourself, how did your interest in harmonies begin? What kind of sparked that?
Harmonies. I think singing karaoke with my dad. I remember singing, we went on this like tandem bike ride trip, and there was a karaoke night, and we were singing this Beatles song, and he started singing harmonies with me, and I remember having the experience of singing a harmony for the first time with somebody is like a pretty kind of crazy experience. So ever since then, I was crazy about them. Let's sing some right now. No, I don't know, probably listening to the Beatles.
Yeah? Do you remember which Beatles song it was? Or?
Yeah, 8 Days a Week.
Oh, nice.
Keep you by my side, I'll live so long to kiss you and keep you satisfied. Ooh. You know?
I absolutely love the
Great
Beatles.
Harmonies on that song.
Yeah.
And all Beatles songs. So, yeah, I owe it to the Beatles.
Very cool.
There you go.
Can't go wrong with the Beatles.
You really can't.
No.
Or can you?
No. Well, a lot of the songs on the record have this really neat underlying disco feel. Remember the first time I heard Fool, I was totally taken aback, and I'm like, I could imagine myself like right now in the 70s rollerblading all over the place. Like I loved that feel to the song.
You can rollerblade, can't you?
No, I can't.
That was the first thing I thought when I saw you.
Really?
No? You look
No.
like you would be able to tear it
I
up.
absolutely suck at rollerblading.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Do you rollerblade?
Fooled me. Yeah, I used to rollerblade.
Okay.
Whenever I had a lemonade stand, I would always be in rollerblades. I don't know why.
All right.
Helped sell the product.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the reason I bring up those disco vibes, I was curious, was that intentional on your end to put those in there, or did they kind of just make their way in there naturally?
Disco vibes? I think disco vibes are just they find their way in there. It definitely just happens. I like a good amount of disco, Earth, Wind & Fire, and the Bee Gees. You know, Rose Royce. You know what I'm saying?
You grew up listening to a ton of awesome 60s and 70s bands. I keep seeing everything your parents would play for you, and it's like what I grew up listening to, everything from Bowie to the Zombies, who we actually recently interviewed at AMBY.
Did you?
Yeah. Got
No
to hop
way.
on the phone, speak with Colin from the Zombies, which was just like absolutely crazy.
Blundstone. That man is a legend.
Yeah, definitely. We were so pumped that actually happened. But
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the
Wow.
reason I bring it up is because I was curious for you, who are some of your favorite bands from those eras?
From those eras?
Yes.
The Turtles. Mainly for their super fantastical choruses. It's like they would always have these really kind of like cool minor kind of mysterious verses. Like, imagine me and you, I do. And it's all like intense. And then all of a sudden it's, I can't see me, you know, loving nobody. So I can't escape that. I have a soft spot for those kind of records. Mark Bolan, anything. Mark Bolan, obviously. Let's see. 60s and 70s. Zombies, obviously. Yeah. Gosh, why am I going so blank right now? But anyway.
There's some.
Those.
That definitely works.
Yeah.
Well, another one we're digging, of course, would have to be Electric Love. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
just loving this single. It's so good.
Thanks.
I just love how romantic the whole thing is, and it's just about finding that one person that you just want to like get something from. Like, I absolutely love that. So just talking about that track, are you kind of just like a hopeless romantic when it comes to this whole record? Because it's one of many love songs off of Dopamine.
Yeah. I guess I'm kind of guilty of that. Yeah, I mean, Dopamine was just kind of, I guess, kind of inspired all these songs finding that what gives you that rush of dopamine, you know? So, yeah. I don't know. I can't really talk about it. That's why I get bashful.
Well, outside, I know of the 60s and 70s influences. Another thing that influenced you for the record was coming across a bunch of Playboy magazines in the studio.
Yeah.
I was curious for the record cover. Is that what inspired that? Because I haven't seen anything about the actual cover.
Yeah, that did. There was an ad that had a similar sort of layout, and yeah, I wanted to kind of recreate that for the album cover. Sort of a it's kind of classic. I kind of like how it looks like a movie poster too, kind of James Bondish. Bondish. Yeah, but yeah, some of the imagery, I think, just flipping through those kind of sparked some words and ideas for the songs. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then before touring North America, you're of course touring North America at the moment, you were in Europe, and the photographs, the shows just looked so awesome. So I was wondering,
they were great,
how did that treat you over there? What was it like playing your music to those audiences?
Oh, it was so good. It was a dream. That was a really fun 2 weeks. Pretty crazy. We didn't really have any days off. It was just kind of like a new city every night, you know? And really great turnout for playing some of these new territories. Yeah. Amsterdam was amazing. We had a sold-out show there, which is a crazy surprise, because we'd never played there before. But I love the Netherlands, and Paris is really cool. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. Anyway.
Did you have a favorite city? You mentioned a couple there, but a favorite one, whether it was because of the show, whether it was like food that you were able to catch, or things you did on your downtime, or the atmosphere of the city itself?
Yeah. I think like Amsterdam was like, it was like the perfect weather. We rolled up, everybody's riding their bikes everywhere, and I went out with my guitarist and we got some of this Ethiopian food, which is so amazing. And we went and did like a radio session in Holland, and it was like so fun. Their radio format there is just a party. Yeah. Yeah, they're just having a blast. So it was a lot of fun. Everyone just in a really good mood. Seemed like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Good vibes. Come December, you're also playing something with some more good vibes. Mm-hmm. There's this awesome show I noticed with 1975, Swim Deep, Wolf Alice, and yourself.
What a lineup, people.
It's a crazy lineup. We've interviewed every single band on the lineup. Their band's very near and dear to our heart. Seeing you added on is just awesome. Yeah. So I was curious, there are obviously bands kicking ass at the moment right now who are newer. So outside of those groups, which newer artists are you enjoying at the moment?
Newer artists that I'm enjoying at the moment are, we played a show in Paris with this amazing one-man show called La Priest.
Okay.
Really cool stuff. He's from the UK. I can't even explain it. You have to listen to it, but it's really amazing production, and it puts on like a really awesome, energetic show. Really kind of disco-y too.
Okay, so I can see that working then, obviously.
Yeah. Wyoke just put out a really nice record that I've been really into. Who else? Mike Snow just put out a new single. Huge fan of Mike Snow and those guys. So I'm excited. They're putting out a record very soon, so I'm stoked for that.
Nice.
Yeah. Unknown Mortal Orchestra has some really cool jams. Obviously, the new Tame Impala record is immaculate.
Yeah, that's a favorite, I think, from everybody. Everyone loves that record.
I mean, how can you not? It sounds amazing. Those drums.
Yes.
Those harmonies, melodies. It's all there. Yeah.
Yep. One thing I want to bring up with you is I know many people have mentioned, of course, that you used to do magic when you were younger. When you were 10, you were a magician.
Yeah.
I want to bring that up. I was curious, do you still keep up with that? Like, is that something you still do, or would you maybe like to incorporate into performances one day?
I would like to incorporate it into a performance, but when you least expect it.
Okay.
Just have a dove fly out from my sleeve during like a really intimate moment with a beam of light.
Like when you hit like a really big, beautiful note, just flash right out.
Just like a whole flock of doves. I don't know, what do you call it? A group of doves.
A flock?
Not a flock.
Not
Gaggle.
I I cannot help you out here.
Who's got Google around here? Anyway, a large mass of doves.
A plethora.
plethora.
And a cornucopia of doves just going everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very cool.
So look forward to that. Bouquets of roses, some levitation.
Very nice.
Yeah, maybe in the future. I hope.
That'd be very cool to see.
Yeah.
When we see that live now, we're going to be like, that's totally because of AMBY right there, guys.
Exactly.
Levitation.
Look at that.
Well, just to wrap everything.
Will you be my lovely assistant?
Yes, I would totally do that.
Wonderful.
Was to wrap everything up today for your fans who will be viewing our interview. Is there anything you'd like to say to them or shout out to them all?
Yeah. Hey guys, let's take this moment together.
Let's bring it down.
Let's bring it down a notch. Lower the lights. Although, on a daily basis, I'm confused as some sort of father figure. I don't know. People tweet me, calling me dad all the time. I'm not your dad, but, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to send you to your room, but we can be family. I don't know. Thank you for all your support, listeners. Yeah, no, really, it's very sincere. Thanks for listening, buying the record, coming out to shows, singing along, all of the fantastic memes, really far out fan pages on Instagram. There's one called Where's Borns, and they just hide my head on like
Really?
on like these. There's like a picture of like a tree, and like you have to find my face in it.
Do they Photoshop you in stripes?
Yeah, right. It's like Where's Waldo sort of thing. No, they don't.
Oh,
it's
well,
just
they
my
gotta get
head,
on
just my
that.
straight up head, and other very incriminating photographs. So yeah.
Well, that is a lovely parting message. I
Yeah.
was gonna say thank you so much for your time today.
Absolutely. It was nice to talk to you.
Same with
It's
you.
it's really an honor.
Thank you. Same
Yeah.
with you. And remember, everybody viewing, you can visit us at amusicblog.com for all sorts of interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite artists. We'll see you next time.
And your favorite hostess.